Subscribe lah geng, subscribe lah.
Greetings everybody, this is Offshore Say So and welcome back again to another video. And as promised, I'm going to be making a video on these two fans. One I bought for myself, which cost about 168 ringgit, and this Raven, which a friend of mine that he wants to install onto his casing. That the last video that I made, his fans were too big, so I ended up ordering this, and this was 300, around 300 ringgit, this one. So I'm gonna go comparing the two. This actually caught my eye, the Aigo, online. I didn't see anyone else selling it except for that one particular store. I ordered it all the way from China. So this is the Aigo. I believe it's the RGBEEEEEH C3. It's not the dark flash that we see online. It's kind of a new fan, so that's why I got interested in it. So I didn't see this in market in my local area, at least. Not sure about your area, but maybe it has, I'm not sure. And we have the Timelapse, also the RGB, which is really pricey. This one for bangsawan. This one bangsawan. This is cheap shit. Expensive shit, cheap shit. Let's look at the specs here. There is some description here on the Aigo fans. It is a 120mm hydro bearing DC 12V fan. When waiting for the voltage, not important, blah blah blah. Maximum speed is at 1500 RPM. I tell you, I will not be running that because I want this fan just blowing cool air in or out, depending on how I set this to. It will not be, I'm not going to put this on the radiator. Air pressure at 1.57. Noise level, I think this is the max as well, 25 dBA, and I don't know what this is. Okay, and then the thermal tag, the description is also at the back here. Also 120mm fan, 12 and 5 volt, same like the Aigo. Fan speed between 500 and 1500 RPM. Static pressure 1.45. Looks like this has more pressure than this, if I'm not mistaken with that. Airflow is more on the Timelapse with 42, and this is 38. Noise level is at 39.9, which is quieter than the Aigo. Hydraulic bearing, I'm not sure, hydro bearing and this hydraulic bearing, I think I'm not sure if it's the same thing. This one lifespan of 40,000 hours. This you do not see it, so you don't know how long this kind of fan. Well, if you pay, like my father always said, you pay peanuts you get monkey. So I paid peanuts, so this might be monkey, maybe not, I don't know. Only time will tell in regards to this. Okay, and depend on how long it lasts. But why people get RGB fans is because they want the PC to look good. So that's another thing that I will be looking at. I will be looking at actually at how the RGB look, because that's why people are buying RGBs, because they want the computer to look nice, you know. So before we continue, let's take a look at the fans. So firstly, let's look at bangsawan fan. This bangsawan, rich people fan. Opening the box, it's not actually in good condition when it arrives, but we show the product inside is good. Right, so oopsie, I dropped my fan right there. So so we got the manual, and these are the fans. Let's just move this. Is there something wrong with this fan? Is it smaller? Is this actually 120 mm? Okay, we'll get back to that later. Well, I guess it does look smaller. It looks like this area here was supposed to be the fans, but I think they end up putting the LED there. I'm not sure about other RGB fans, are they the same? I'm not sure, but you see nice rubber at the side here to from both back and front to anti-vibration, I guess, so it doesn't vibrate too much on the case. Got the cables here. Let's see how long these cables are. Oops, that one actually broke off. Anyway, oh, well, that's long. These are really long. Really long one can be a good thing if you know you have a big case, but this is maybe too long, and it looks pretty big. It looks pretty big. Look. That is kind of big, but it feels empty inside. It's like it's too big. No, they could have maybe use smaller sleeve. Look at that. See how I squeezed, right? This is the cable, and when I squeeze it, it's actually very flat inside. So I know the intention was to make it look good, but to make it big and bulky like this is also not good. But the good thing about having long cable is you can actually route it in the back of the motherboard plate and route it and just hide the entire thing at the back. So that's the good thing. But no, this is really small. I don't think it's actually 120 mm. Yeah, sure, the size here is 120 mm, but I think it's missing a bit. Well, okay, so that's the Thermaltake. Let's take a look at the Aigo. This is the box for the controller, I believe, and let's take one out. Pretty hard to take out one. So okay, so this is the Aigo fan. I wonder if the fan is as small as the one on the Thermaltake. Okay, this looks bigger. Let's take a look. Let's compare. Is that the same size? I'm not entirely. Let me just take a look here. Okay, from what I can see, alright, so it is slightly bigger. I think you can see it for yourself when I put it side by side. Is it though? It's very hard to see. Okay, I'm wrong. I'm guessing it is the same size from what I can see. The Thermaltake has actually how many fins here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fins, and the Aigo has 6, 7 fins. So I was wrong about that. So the Thermaltake is the proper size. And I'm going to admit that I'm wrong when I'm wrong. So this is the Aigo RGB, and it looks like this. I'm not sure if you can actually see that clearly. Here, look, it's actually acrylic inside. I do not see where the RGBs are. Okay, fan so that they can spin quite smoothly. Right, the cables are flat cables. I think flat cables are better. Depends actually. If you sleeve them right and you sleeve them clean, I don't actually mind. So let's see how long these cables are. So these cables are not that long, not as long as what the Thermaltake is, or the Thermaltake has. It doesn't actually not go all the way around. Let me straighten this out a bit. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So not as long, but I think it's long enough. Okay, especially on the position where I want to put it. So looks white and acrylic. I'm not sure how the color is going to, the RGB colors are going to transfer here. One thing to note is there's no rubber or anti-vibration at the front of the fan. It's just plastic, but at the back it does have those rubber surfaces where you can screw it on. So if I'm going to put this on the case, it's going to be, this has to be touching the surface. Yeah, the back here. So this area can touch the surface. Okay, I think there's nothing else much I can say about this, but no. This does make it look smaller though, because they made it like that. So it's not actually smaller, it's actually the right size. So good by that. So a friend once told me that if the fan has more fans, I mean more fins, it's much more quieter. So I think that's just partly true. What happened here? Actually touching. Okay, so something is wrong in this one. It is, I'm not sure that is that the sound of, is it touching? Oh, it's touching the cable behind. Oops. So okay, now it doesn't make noise. I didn't see the cable that was touching. So that's something that you might want to take a look at and be careful of if you ever get any of these fans. Make sure that cable does not touch the back. So this must be the LED going to here, I believe. I don't think Thermaltake has that issue. They route theirs here. I just realized that, whereas the Aigo actually has it sticking out. So I'm gonna have to position this cable, and the Thermaltake doesn't have to worry about that. So oh wait. So there is something to, oh here, okay, I didn't see that there. So there, it's supposed to be like that. Okay, so it does keep the cable out of the way. That's nice. Let's try to spin this. Let's do. I'm not sure how credible this kind of test is. I'm gonna just spin it and see how long it can last. Okay, then this. I feel like the Aigo fan actually spins longer than the Thermaltake. Well, I'll know once it's at it, and I'll place the number up so that you can see whether if that's true or not. Okay, so that's it for the fans. So let's see the controllers. So in the Thermaltake fan box, it does come with manual here that you want to follow. In the box there is screws and velcro, more screws for the fans, control hub. I want to take a look at this. It's small, I guess it's small, but it's a light. And you have this here, I'm not sure what's this for. Got to read the manual. Oh, there it goes. So that is, what is this exactly? Set the dip switch on the back side of the controller to assign the number of controllers. Set number of controllers. Oh, okay. So you can connect more than one of these to each other. So here a total of 16, if I'm reading this right. If you're going to just run one hub, you only need one. Yeah, to position my lighting a bit. So if you, this looks like you can connect total of 16 hubs together to one. So you got to set this. But if you're going to just use one, which I think most people will do, or two at most, you can just leave it at that, and if you need two, you just have to just push one switch. So that's the hub. We connect the fan to, that's the power, and oh, there's also a C connector. Okay, and then so that's the cable. This goes here like so, and that is connected to what? What is this connected to? I find this strange. What's that connected to actually? I don't see it. If you want to connect two or more controllers, you can use the bridge cable to connect the controller. Okay, so this is the bridge, so I guess we won't need this. And what's this? This is a splitter for two hubs. A and B, is that right? Let's just put everything here one side first. Okay, so if I want to connect the power, so this is the, let's start from the beginning here. So this is the power, and why is it using more legs? Why not SATA? This is all tech, guys. This should be using SATA, not this Molex. Okay, know what that means? That means I'm gonna have to connect an extra cable to my power supply just for this, and that does not make me happy. Okay, so it connects here. Put it the other way around. Okay, so that gives the power, and this is for the dual split. It's for if you're using hub, so definitely you don't need that. So you need this to connect to. Now that's not right. Looks like I am going to need this. So this is the controller cable. So where does this connect to? So we're forced to use, this is the USB 2.0 9 pin, but we're only using one of this. Yeah, that's gonna suck. I just don't, it's just me, but I just don't like having pop, you see, and this one's hanging, doing nothing. So this one is going to route through the entire case, but this one's going to be hanging there.
Why?
I don't like that. And you know, you're controlling this on board, so you're gonna have to use the Thermaltake software or the Razer software, and I don't think it'll work with any other kind of software though. Next, let's take a look at the Aigo. So the Aigo has a remote control, like I said earlier, or did I say it? It has a remote control, manually or remotely controlling it, and this is the hub. If one day this controller fucked up, I guess you can control it here, which is good, but you're gonna have to open the casing all the time you want to set this, so that sucks. Unless you can put this outside, and the Velcro here to, you know, stick it here and stick it in the case. And then another company using the freaking Molex cable.
No!
Why? SATA, guys, don't use this SATA. But isn't the USB supposed to be able to power this up? Okay, so this is, I think, is the power cable. Yeah. Oh no. I think this is actually. Let's just confirm this. I have the manual here. I think it's for the Aura Sync. The whole damn thing's in Chinese. To be expected because I bought the entire thing from China. So power. This is definitely the RGB. You can see it. I'm not sure where these are connected to though. This is here. I think I won't be using this. I don't think you'll need this, because you'll be using the controller. This look like it sticks here and then connected to some other connectors. Not sure where these are connected to, so I'm left not knowing because I'm not sure. But I probably can check it if I search around in the YouTube and see where I can connect this to. So this hub supports up to 8. So if I were to buy more of these fans in the future, I can connect them all here. Anyway, the rest of the things that come with it is few screws for the fans here and here. Small screws. So how am I supposed to use this on that? Yeah, I don't think I can use this on that. They probably was not thinking straight when they did this. When they sent the screw. Yeah, so these screws. Yeah, that's these screws I'm not gonna do it. So I'm gonna have to dig up some screws.
Okay, this part here, I did not actually convey what I actually wanted to say. Now these short screws are to screw the back of the fans. So I actually could use them. But the thing is, you would want the option to have the screws, the long screws for the front. Because for example, if I wanted to screw this onto a radiator, I would need long screws and you won't be able to use a short one. So that is what I mean. So Aigo, if you're watching this, very unlikely, but no, it would be a good option to include the long screws as well. And that helps out a lot, you know, if it, especially, you know, like I said, mostly people want the RGBs on the side and on the radiator, so it looks cool. So please, you know, for all other companies that are manufacturing this, please give the long screws as well.
They're supposed to be this kind of screws, no? The long type, like this. I'm not sure how I'm going to connect this with this. Am I missing something? Aigo, why you give me this? It screws. So yeah, if you're gonna buy this, you're gonna have to prepare for that. I don't think you can open this. Yeah. Okay, that sucks. I'm gonna have to look for some screws before I can install this in. So let's find the screws, and then we're gonna connect both these fans into their respective case. So I finally managed to install the Thermaltake fans and Aigo fans on the second PC. Like I said, the Thermaltake actually belongs to the Raven, and as you can see here, I'm actually using another camera, as the other camera was not able to catch the actual beauty of the RGB. It wasn't clear and it wasn't bright even when I was messing with the ISO. So I find that this camera is able to catch how these fans actually look like. You might hear the computer case or the computer fans making noise. Make no mistake, that is not coming from the RGB fans, but that is coming from the NZXT AIO fans. Now I did ask him that he should change it in the future because it's really loud. It's like being in a sound tunnel. Anyway, so that's how the fan looks like. It looks pretty nice actually. It actually suits the color of the motherboard, the RAM, and the MSI graphic card color. I mean, they're very similar, so it looks pretty nice. Now, because just going to set the fans to follow one color and just to see what kind of RGB settings we have. So currently we are on light mode. Oh sorry, not light mode, we're actually on wave mode. Okay, so I'm going to just scroll down each of the RGB settings so that you know what kind of RGB or what kind of how you say, lighting effects it has. So now we're on static. So this is how it looks like on static. You can actually set one color to everything, or you can set a color to one particular LED. So that's very nice. You can even turn it off for one color like this. You can even set what color, I believe. Yeah, there you go. So that's me setting the color in statistic. Okay. But as you can see, the middle there, the back, it still keeps being a red color. So that's strange. So no matter what color I place it in, let's say I want blue, but the back of the fan itself is actually red. You can't change that so far. I can't seem to be able to change that color. So that's a pretty disappointing thing to see when it's like that. So next movie, I guess when you run a movie it'll change color, but I don't have a movie on this computer yet. Gaming, I can't see anything. Party, not sure. Temperature, this is basically based on the CPU temperature and it will change color. This is cross. Shooting star. Black hole, which is similar to shooting star, just that the color is black. And this is aurora, where it slowly changes color from one fan to the other. So that's actually and then if you set this wrong and you put the fan position wrong, this thing will probably change color in the wrong way. This is twinkle, raindrop. As you can see, the back color is still red. I'm not sure why that is, like I said earlier. This is heartbeat. This is stack. Nothing interesting. This is scan. swirl and player. I'm not sure what player is though. This is weather, flow, RGB spectrum. I guess this change color, well, it cycles color, I guess. Radar, blink, pulse. So then we're back to wave. So now if I put static here, you can see that I can change RGB or single color. That's one of the options as well. I guess that's the only thing the fan can actually do, right? So another thing that we want to look at is the software. Sorry, I didn't have OBS installed on this computer, but as you can see, let me zoom into that. I'm sorry if the camera all a bit shaky. So here, RPMs of the fan, performance mode, silent mode, PWM. There's also this slider where you can put it to silent or as silent as possible. And this light mode is where you actually change the settings. RGB to be static or RGB to increase the speed of the lights. You see now it's the extreme, and that's how it looks like at extreme. Really fast. But too bad the rest of the motherboard doesn't have that thing. And the software seems pretty crude, to tell you the truth. So but you can set a few profiles, and this is I don't think any of these methods. It depends what kind of I think Thermaltake equipment you have. This is all Ring. So setting the second and the third one to copy color will follow the first fan here, and it will just copy the rest. Can be really slow as well. And that's all of the software, and you just have to save it to the one that you want, and that is the TT RGB Plus or the triple fan RGB from Thermaltake. Ooh. Okay. All right, now let's go to the second computer, or the computer that has the Aigo fans installed on it, and that's just right at the end of the day. Let's just zoom into it. Okay, so that's how it looks here. Let's just move forward to take a better look here. So this is the Aigo C3. Now the interesting thing is that you can actually see the side itself changing color. But there's one thing that bothers me. The sticker in the center of the fan isn't actually well centered, so it looks like it's shaking. So that's something that Aigo might want to look at. But like this, there's actually a cable that connects to the motherboard to make it aura sync. But unfortunately the cable is not the same kind of cable that can be connected to my motherboard, or at least I can't find it. So there's a few settings for this. There's no software since the aura sync does not work together, but like before, it has that remote control. So I'm just going to scroll down all the modes, or the light modes. Basically right now you can see it's just like spectrum. Click again, it goes to another spectrum, just different color spectrum. Click again, it's red. This is the heartbeat, I believe. I'm going to be guessing most of the names here. Apologize for that. Okay, second, this is starlight. Actually on the control there's actually a starlight option. This is, I believe, I'm not really sure, lightning, but I would like to call this cycling.
So it just cycles between colors going round and round. So that's actually pretty nice way of lighting effect that I think I like. But unfortunately, all the lighting here are not many are compatible with the RGBs that's on the motherboard. Another one, same, just a different color, blue and white, yellow and white, light blue and white, pink and white, dark blue and white. And this is one of my favorite actually. Red, green, blue, yellow, light blue, I think that's pink, maybe some kind of orange, white, and then look at that. This is very nice. It's like a deep color. Green, blue, also the same. I prefer blue though. And this is white. So it's very nice. And then we're back to the cycle color. Yeah, I think that's all. And all is on the controls. I'm just gonna change back to blue here. Yeah. Oh, not that color. I want to go get, where's that nice blue color? Yes. Let me just scroll down. I want to show you something. Okay, here. Right. So right now you see that it's cycling color. You can actually change the LED speed. Click again. See, now it goes faster. There's only 3, so there's 1, 2, and 3 speed. So you know that the buttons are actually on the hub itself. Is one day the controls die. There's also the fan speed. You can't really hear it, but if you from this distance, but you go near, it isn't really that loud. So it is like 1500 RPM like mentioned earlier. And then we can just press red RGB, green RGB, blue RGB, and rainbow. Back to the Aurora. Okay. So there you have it. The Thermaltake Riing Duo 12 and the Aigo C3, which is not actually out yet, I think, except in China. So $300, 300 ringgit and 160 ringgit fans. So actually it depends on your preference what kind of color you want. Okay, so basically this actually fits your bill. So the best thing is getting an RGB fan that fits your RGB. Me personally, I'm just going to put everything in just one color and maybe blink. Probably dark blue would be my favorite color for that. I don't really like the rainbow color things. I just like changing the color to a static color once in a while. Today blue, tomorrow green, then white. So it really is up to you. The option to change the color is up to you. You want to have rainbow, spectrum, aurora. No, that's really up to you. But for me personally, I prefer the fans that is with Aigo because of the color. But the downfall to that is that it doesn't have a lot of light choice. You can't customize it in any way. Whereas the Thermaltake, you can actually customize each and every LED to the color that you want. So, but the software is pretty crude. It's simple yet looks like shit basically. So, so someone that is not actually computer literate will probably have trouble playing around with that. Okay, but it is highly modified. You can modify, like I said earlier. You can change every color of each LED
How far that goes, I don't know. Can you design your own effects? I'm not sure either. From what I saw on that software, no, but I might be wrong. So you can look it up, I guess. For me, most beautiful one is Aigo. Just cannot change. More colors, more effect choices would be the Thermaltake. So, but are you willing, you know, if those Aigo fans, they were quiet, no, I'm not saying that Thermaltake and quiet, but the Aigo fans are pretty quiet and they're cheap. Of course, the durability is a question. It does come from China, and a lot of things are pretty cheap there and doesn't last really long. And there's no expectation lifespan of each of the fans. So basically, I don't know, 130, you'll probably be buying another one after 2 years. That's just a guess. But if it's possible, it'll last longer. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope this review is, I'm just trying to make it as simple as possible so that everyone can understand. So just there, I'm going to just close the light and I'm going to just show you how these things look at night.